Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Scott Damon, once again with another video. It's the weekend of Memorial Day. Now, today, I'll look at one of the ultimate battles of World War II. The Battle of Midway, June the 4th until June the 6th, 1942. The Japanese were planning on launching an attack on Midway Island, which was a U.S. military installation at the time. With a massive airfield, U.S. Marines were stationed there. Consolidated PBYs, PTs or patrol boats were stationed there for at the time. And then on Sunday, December 7th, 1941, approximately at 7:50. Oh, actually, sorry about that. I got that a little bit mixed up. On June the 4th, 1942, the Japanese began the attack on Midway. And the first wave was take out the airfields. What the Japanese did not do, they did not take out the airfields. But they destroyed some of the tanks that had the aviation fuel. And a number of hangars were severely damaged. The U.S. Marine Corps would lose about 24 F-2A Buffaloes against the Japanese. And Nagumo said to his second in command, Fukushima, they were like samurais. During the first attack by Douglas TBD Devastators from the USS Hornet, and all TBD Devastators were shot down, and only one survivor, Ensign George Gay. Excuse me. And the U.S. ready for our next attack against the Japanese carriers. All it had to take was one of our scouts to find where the Japanese were, and surely enough, Strawberry 12 found the Japanese task force and radioed back to Admiral Fletcher on the exact location and the position on where the Japanese carriers were. And then Fletcher ordered for the for Yorktown, Enterprise, and Hornet to turn into the wind and launch SBDs. The SBDs would break the back of the Japanese Imperial Navy during that day, carrying 3 500-pound bombs and 6 wing-mounted 50 caliber machine guns. The SBDs bored in and dropped their payload. The first carrier was hit, the Akagi, followed by the Kaga and the Hiryu. All 3 carriers were severely damaged and would later sink that same night. The only remaining carrier, the Hiryu, wanted to launch a scout to find where the Americans were. So once the scout got into the air, and when the commander of the Hiryu had said that we hadn't heard back from one of our scouts, and that he was a little bit overdue, that the survivors would be in the air to find to follow the SBDs back to the carriers. Once the SBDs had returned, and then the Japanese boarded in on the Yorktown. The Yorktown took two torpedo hits and 3 bomb hits in total. She was damaged. 2 of her boilers were knocked out and they had to be relighted as soon as possible. And it was a Japanese submarine that would finish off the job, firing 2 torpedoes, striking the U.S. destroyer Hammond that was alongside the Yorktown as the Hammond was taking off survivors, and then the Yorktown herself. The Hammond split in 2, and the Yorktown began to list, and the crew began to abandon ship. And by the time it was over, it was one of the greatest naval battles of World War II, won before the Battle for Leyte Gulf in 1944. And it was the superiority of the U.S. Navy against the Japanese Imperial Navy during World War II. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I would like to say thank you very much for watching this video, and please, like always, rate, share, like, comment, and subscribe. Before I go, I just want to mention one thing. I want to say thank you to all of our veterans and those that serve our nation now. And thank you for all that. Thank you for all that you have done for us. And to those who pay the ultimate sacrifice, I salute you. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, have a nice day.